That's their reward for that. But productive, character-driven Black men, we get our name and our image drugged through the streets, drugged through the mud on a regular basis. But what happens when these so-called productive, character-driven Black men fail at protecting their own image, their own good name? More specifically, what happens when those men, the ones that's supposed to be the best of Black men, recklessly damage their own good name and their own image that they claim that Black women actually damage? What happens when the best of us fail? What happens when a productive, character-driven Black man sacrifices our good name on the altar of protecting and defending a white woman who claims to like Black men, who hire Black men, who sleeps with Black men, who claims herself to be fit, feminine, and submissive? What message does that send to our Black women when our Black men sacrifice their own image on the altar of them folks? Now, it's been a while since I talked about image specifically, but the concept of image, the whole concept of image was brought out front by Kevin Samuels. And Kevin Samuels did a very informative and educational live stream where he went into how impactful image is on an entire community. He examined the film Birth of a Nation, not the Nat Turner film done by what's his name, Nate Parker. Not that film. I'm talking about the original Birth of a Nation. The name of the stream that Kevin Samuels went through very specifically the impact on your image. The name of that stream was called "Why Does Image Matter So Much?" I put that link for that stream in the description because I'm not going to regurgitate when this man did a phenomenal job explaining that. So I'm not going to regurgitate everything. I'm going to direct people to go watch that stream. That stream was brilliant. And we don't use that term very lightly, but that stream was extremely brilliant. But I'm going to talk about image today from a personal branding perspective. So just sit back. And I know sometimes when we talk about education and history, and I know those are not sexy topics, but we're going to get to the sexy topic, but I got to lay a little bit of groundwork, okay? Our personal brand, your personal brand. And by the way, I could talk a little bit about personal branding because I had to do a whole dissertation on personal branding for marketing and all that good stuff. So our personal brand is the image you present to the world, and it encompasses everything from your appearance to your values and your beliefs. Your personal brand or your image projects to the world who and what you are. Your personal brand can affect how people perceive and interact with you. If you are consistently having negative interactions with people on a regular basis, no matter if it's a coworker, it's your family, it's intimate partners, check to see if your personal brand is off message. Here are a few things you need to check. Are you being consistent? Are you authentic? What are your values and beliefs? Do you have a perception of being competent? Where's your social status? Also, can you be trusted? Let me take these one at a time, and we'll get there. Come on with it. Come on with me. We'll get there. But let me acknowledge this. As I said before, educational content isn't sexy or fun. It doesn't run up the algorithm, doesn't bring, thousands of people into the building. My principal knows that. Ain't that right, Mr. Terrell Key? The principal knows that. but come on this fantastic voyage with me. We'll get there. All right. Consistency is key, everybody. One of the most important aspects of your personal brand is consistency. People tend to form an impression of you based on their interactions with you. That's a duh. Therefore, it's important to maintain a consistent image and message in all your interactions. This means being mindful of how you present yourself in both your personal and professional life. So we're talking about these YouTube streets. We're talking about these YouTube streets. This specifically speaks to your behavior. The way you behave will play a major role in how people determine how consistent you are. And it also rolls right into authenticity. Authenticity matters. Another important aspect of your personal brand is authenticity. Your personal brand should be a true representation of who you are, what you believe in. If your personal brand is inauthentic or misleading, people will eventually catch on, and it could damage your reputation. So let me interrupt myself real quick. This question just kind of came to mind while I was saying this. Did the so-called Black manosphere, did it just self-implode because Hannah from the YouTube channel, Just Pearly Things, exposed that Black men on YouTube might be a bit inauthentic? I'm going to let that breathe for a second. But while I let that breathe, let me acknowledge.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Yes, my sexy is strong. Just drop down hard with the $10 super chat. Thank you, my sexy is strong. Look. Ain't nobody in here but us, Miss My Sexy is Strong. You got to stop posting those IG videos of you working out. I mean, that's all I'm going to say, okay? But My Sexy is Strong is saying branding is everything, whether it's personal or business. Branding is absolutely everything. And I got to hit the
Comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, my special guest today, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. So the question, did Just Pearly Things expose Black men on YouTube for being inauthentic? Is that what really happened? Authenticity has to be the most important aspect of image or personal branding. There's almost no coming back from being exposed as a fraud. If you don't believe me, just ask my home. Well, I'm not gonna claim that. If you don't believe me that there's no coming back from being exposed as a fraud, for those of you who are old enough, just ask Milli Vanilli. If you don't know who they are,
Blame it on the rain.
If you don't know who they are, go look them up. It's the Black manosphere. It's the Black people in the manosphere. Lord have mercy, I didn't lost my spot. Is the people in the Black manosphere, are they the Milli Vanillis of YouTube? I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. Is the Black manosphere the Milli Vanilli of YouTube? I have been very quiet on this issue over the last week and a half, and I know I don't have such a large platform, so who cares if I've been quiet about it? But when you are a Black man out here, I've said on the last 3 streams to our Black men, to our Black women, whoever watching, I've said on the last 3 streams, I am impacted by the actions and decisions that other Black men do. and it's not fair. And so, which gives me the right to speak on when black men are out here with larger platforms potentially trashing my good name. I don't even know these brothers. Milli, Vanilli, you're damn right. Your personal brand should also reflect your core values and beliefs. People tend to be drawn to others who share similar values and similar beliefs, and this can impact how you are treated. For example, if you are passionate about, let's just say, social justice, people who are passionate about the topic will be more likely to be drawn to you and treat you with respect. Your values and your beliefs your values and your beliefs cannot be transactional. And what I've been looking in the manosphere, there's a lot of transactional core values and beliefs that's been exchanged over this Just Pearlies thing. Transactional values and core beliefs, this will send the message that you are not authentic. Having a solid core value and belief sets the foundation for how people are going to treat you. And as a man, our currency is respect. If you are inauthentic, you don't have the right or the expectation to expect anyone to give you respect, including these so-called modern women or any woman of any caliber, if you are inauthentic. Black manosphere. See, y'all got it. Yeah.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
All right, the YouTube channel dropped the $5 bomb. I got 5 on it. What you trying to say, brother? The Experience, they definitely got some issues, bro. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got some issues. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Respect, that's our currency. So perception of competence. Listen, your brand can also be impacted by how people perceive your competency level. If you present yourself as knowledgeable and skillful in the field, people are more likely to view you as competent and capable. This can impact everything from job interviews to social interactions. You know? However, just a side note for the competent black men out here, this is a side note. Beware of folks who take issue with your competence. You have to protect that because it's one of the most valuable tools that you have. Competence gets rewarded. Competence gets you paid. Competence gets you a woman, a quality woman. But beware of those folks who like to have low level. Beware of those folks who actually have low level of competence and have a willingness to attempt to shame you for being competent. They will hurl at you things that sound like you don't know everything, or better yet, just simply proclaim that you don't know everything as if that's news to the world, and more specifically, as if that they are informing you for the first time in your life, or that you're being put in your place, that you just don't know everything. Get out of here. So be keenly aware of how you unleash your competence, and please protect it. When they do stuff like that, that's an attempt to bait you into a low-level argument, and you don't need to go there.